What happens when a powerful CEO
I'm
who
here to
controls
discuss the
millions
offer.
in business deals
And like I said,
is
it's not
suddenly
for sale.
faced with a single father who has nothing but truth, struggle, and honesty? In this emotional story, Evelyn Hart is used to winning every negotiation, but when Daniel Brooks walks into her office, he doesn't play by business rules. Instead, he speaks from the heart, and what follows changes everything she thought she knew about success. Love and life. Sometimes the most important decisions aren't made with logic, they're made with the heart. Watch till the end to see how one simple meeting turns into a life-changing moment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get started. In the heart of New York City, where glass towers reflected ambition and every second carried the weight of money, Evelyn Hart stood in her corner office on the 42nd floor. The city below moved like a living machine. But inside her world, everything was controlled, calculated, and precise. As the CEO of a rapidly growing investment firm, she was known for her sharp decisions and even sharper boundaries. Nothing in her day was ever unexpected, until this morning. Her assistant entered quietly holding a file. "Miss Hart, the candidate for the partnership meeting has arrived," she said. Evelyn barely turned her head. Meetings were routine, people were replaceable, and emotions had no place in her schedule. She adjusted her blazer, her expression unreadable, and gave a slight nod without asking for details. But then her phone vibrated on the desk. A message from her father appeared on the screen, short and familiar. "You need a husband who understands real life." Evelyn's jaw tightened. She didn't reply. Instead, she locked the phone and placed it face down, as if ignoring it would erase the thought completely. Moments later, Daniel Brooks was escorted into the room. He wasn't dressed like the executives she usually met. No luxury suit, no polished arrogance. Just a simple shirt, slightly worn jacket, and tired eyes that carried responsibility instead of pride. Evelyn finally looked at him, briefly scanning him the way she scanned every deal. Quick, analytical, detached. "Take a seat," she said flatly, already expecting another predictable conversation. Daniel sat down calmly, placing a small folder on the table. He didn't try to impress her. He didn't rush. Instead, he waited, as if he understood that real conversations didn't begin with noise. Evelyn leaned back slightly, unaware that this ordinary meeting was about to challenge everything she believed about control, success, and the life she had carefully built around herself. The room inside Evelyn Hart's office felt unusually still, as if the air itself had slowed down. Outside the floor-to-ceiling windows, New York continued its restless rhythm, but inside something different was unfolding. Daniel Brooks sat across from her, hands resting calmly on the table, not fidgeting, not trying to fill the silence. It was the kind of patience Evelyn wasn't used to in business meetings, where everyone rushed to impress, negotiate, or defend. She opened the file in front of her, expecting numbers, projections, or proposals. Instead, Daniel began speaking about something completely unexpected. His voice was steady, not loud, but firm enough to hold attention. He talked about raising his daughter alone after losing his wife, about working multiple jobs, and about nights when he had to choose between sleep and survival. There was no attempt to gain sympathy, only truth. Evelyn listened without interrupting, though her expression remained controlled. She had built her entire life around logic, profit, and structure. Emotions were distractions in her world, yet something about Daniel's honesty felt different. It wasn't strategic, it wasn't rehearsed. It was simply real. A pause settled between them before Evelyn finally spoke, her tone sharp but curious. "My father believes you need a wife who understands responsibility. Someone like me," she said, almost as if testing him, expecting him to react like everyone else, impressed, nervous, or eager. But Daniel didn't respond the way she anticipated. He looked at her quietly for a moment, as if measuring not her wealth or status but something deeper. Then he leaned slightly forward and spoke with calm certainty. "And my daughter needs a mother who chooses love, not obligation." The words landed heavily in the room. No negotiation, no hesitation, just truth. For the first time in years, Evelyn had no immediate reply. Her usual control didn't help her here. She simply sat still, realizing this wasn't a deal she could close. It was something far more uncertain and far more human.